Hi YouTube, I hope you're all doing good. I hope my lighting's okay. I've got it I'm right underneath it. I'm still in the middle, literally, of moving my room around. Um, yeah, I've got so many big things to move around now. That's bugging me. Maybe that's a little better, maybe. But oh, yeah, it's been kind of a long few days lately. I've been battling a wet room in my one corner. It has a roof damage. We need a new roof on the rest of our house. We've got part of it done, but we couldn't afford to do the rest. So, yeah, that's been kind of affecting my health as far as the mildew. So I had to put a lot of like cleaners and sprays and baking soda and all kinds of stuff to try and battle it. And all I can do now is wait until we can get that on there. It's got to be this year or I have to move. There's not a choice. This is the second time in my life that I will have lived around somewhere with water damage. That's not a good thing. See, I've got really bad allergies as it is. So I didn't get on here to I'm just actually shooting the breeze today. I don't really know that I have any topic that's any different from what I've been saying lately, is trying to get people to understand the different types of um uh religions within the Jewish culture. It's just like Christianity. Not every Christian believes the same thing. Different churches believe different things. And the dangers of the Noahide laws and the Talmudic I even hate to say their nationality because they're all different colors and it doesn't really matter. And that's where people are getting caught up with letting them call us some kind of racial aspect on it, or the words like Semitic or whatever that are correlating with that. That's all like a bunch of nonsense, because the people that I'm talking about aren't from any, well, they're from a particular region in the world, but I don't even believe they belong on this world. Yeah, they were chosen to get the heck out of here. um I was listening to a leak project you might want to go and listen to. There was a guy on there named Samuel something, a Japanese or Chinese man, I think. Um, but he was talking about how the Hebrew people were the last ones to come here, and that they are from a different planet. And there was indications of different bloods that came here, that they had destroyed their planet and were looking for somewhere to go. Now, I'm more and then he went into talking about the yellow man and the black man, um maybe being aspects of that, or um I don't know. I do know, but I mean, what I'm trying to say with that is he had some interesting things that I've heard before that is sort of correlating to what I'm saying. He had some good ideas that I believe in, and as far as Christianity is concerned, as far as the chosen people are concerned, oh yeah, to my point, that's what I was trying to get to, was the so-called watchers, or what happened with he said, like the immaculate conception was Eve having the seed of Christ put into Eve as artificial insemination type of thing. And I do believe that it's more on that than anything else. But I don't know. It was interesting. I didn't catch the whole thing. I caught, like, I think the last 20 minutes or so of it. So, but and he was talking about the different Christs, that one Christ didn't die and one did, and that type of thing, in different parts of the world. And that it said that there's a tomb in Japan where Jesus is buried, that he lived till 104 or 5 years old, something like that. And I don't know, but yeah, interesting stuff. But yeah, the so-called watchers didn't watch. They um, stole the world. They annihilated the people and they stole the world. That's what they do everywhere they go. And I don't care what religion we call them or what we call them. I just call them the scum of the earth, and that is what they are technically. Um, yeah, they are. So I'm trying to get the voice of my teenage granddaughter suppressed right now. I had a nice time. I she's gonna be 14 next month. Um, but anyway, I saw a couple of my granddaughters today on oh, FaceTime, whatever, Messenger, a video chat, and we played a game. It was a rather stupid game. It was Exploding Cats. It was a card game. First, we both had to learn it and then try and play it. And it's like, wow, it wasn't the greatest thing. They didn't have a great choice of what to play. Like, she likes Uno. That's one of her favorites. That's like one of my favorites too, but they didn't have that to choose from. So, and that's fun with more people, the more you have. And I had a pizza party one time and had a bunch of friends over to play Uno. That was fun. I like doing stuff like that. Doug's not into stuff like that, and he would never, I don't think, but used to be um, that my generation played a lot of cards, and so, and board games, you know, but it's just like video games too. It all gets a little, I don't know. It seems like the more entertainment people have, it's never going to fill that spot that we have in us. You know the spot. The spot of being here, that irritated spot, like, am I doing this right now? Can I go home? You know, that spot. So, but yeah. So yeah, I moved all my stuff out of that bad corner, and I have a fan on it, and I have my window cracked, and I have um oh, I'm allergic to essential oils, but I sprayed some Lysol and everything, and then I like I say, I put salt and baking soda on it, and it is drying up, but and it's just one corner, but that's enough to make, wreck a whole house actually. So yeah, it's a bummer. So yeah, I've been battling a lot of different things these last few days, and uh, it's like some moron asked me how Doug is. I don't know. Why don't you get on his Facebook or his YouTube and flip and ask him? I don't even know when he's right in front of me how he's doing. How the hell you expect me to know? For people that don't know, he is my estranged husband. I gave him a letter of divorcement over 10 years ago. He can go sign it and do whatever the hell he wants whenever the hell he wants to. I don't want to do the same thing. I'm not looking for I'm looking for companionship and friendship, but I'm not looking for intimacy. I'm like, I've had enough of that. No, thank you, buddy. Everybody's germs in the world. No, thanks. They're sharing them too much as it is. So I would like hug my friends or something, but yeah, that's about the extent of it in my life. Maybe a smooch on the cheek, you know, about it. I was just telling my granddaughter, she was kind of surprised because it's more than 3/4 of her life. But I told her I once went, I think it was 11 years, but it was over 10 years without a hug or any human interaction. Nothing. Until I saw one of my sons and then another one after that, a few years. But, to go a very long time without human interaction, is it's different. But I did spend a lot of time, even when I was a kid, even when I was forced to go places and socialize. I would. It's not that I didn't really have a problem with it, but it did become a problem, you know, too much, you know. So I do enjoy my solitude, but yeah, loneliness, it's a real thing. Um, I'm lucky and very fortunate. I have friends out here I consider family that I can't be close to my family like I am close to my friends, which is okay with me. I never really had family anyway, so not not really. So it's I mean, you know, I think when people grow, they grow different. They grow up or grow apart, or some um we take different paths. I think we gravitate towards ones that are like-minded, and you know at least I try to. But yeah, that's my wrinkly forehead right now. My big third eye wrinkly forehead um has got a little bit of a headache right now. So that's a scrunchy look on my face. The essential oils I'm allergic to, but I gotta use something to get rid of that stuff. So yeah, it had to be done. I know something that'd work really quick, but it wouldn't be too good. It's just like get out the matches. Oh, shoot. Yeah. Anyway. There's times when you ever not feel good, you could not clean your house, and you really did feel like just walking out of it and leaving it. I'm kind of feeling like that. That's what I've been the last 3 days. I've been throwing stuff out, moving stuff and cleaning and grabbing, like, whether it's clothes or whatever it is. If I haven't used it for a real long time, I'm um trying to part with it, because it's just, I do that every once in a while. I don't know how I accumulated so much stuff. A lot of it, see, because I used to go to like yard sales when my kids were young, or like when I was looking for jeans or something like that, because I'm really hard to find jeans for. Um, Not as bad as it used to be. They make longer ones now, but it used to be really hard for me to find stuff that wasn't too short. So, but yeah, mostly when my kids were young. But Doug goes through pants like crazy, and he's always finding stuff at yard sales too. And it doesn't matter if we really need it or not, if it's cool, you know. But I got too much cool stuff around me, if you know what I mean. I just want to liquidate, you know. So a lot of it, if it's burnable, I'll burn it. I haven't started the bonfire up, but if I do that, oh, watch out. you know. Yeah. I figure if I ever get too sad because I saved pictures and documents and stuff from a house fire, first I got my child out and then went back in and almost died for it like a dummy. And I was a junior firefighter. I should have known better. Well, I did make it out alive, but it wasn't the smartest move. I wouldn't recommend it. But I did get like baby pictures and different things out of there. And I always felt like I ever get so upset here that I feel like leaving everything I have behind. Um, I wouldn't want to even, well, I don't know. I wouldn't want to be a narcissist and meet me in the future. I guess I could put it that way. Because being on guard against people isn't a feeling I like, you know. But recognizing those tendencies, I mean, to have the tendencies, that's one thing, because even when we're around people like that, our nature is a lot more gruff than we're probably not as gruff as what we appear. Like for me, I know that's true. If I get like beat down verbally for like a week or two, like it'll be all I can do to have a happy day because I'm sad inside. What the hell do you do? And that brings me back to people saying hello to Doug. Go say hi to him, for Christ's sakes. What you trying to do to me? Get the fuck out of here. Shut up. You know? Which, the fuck? And this is somebody that actually had been on a live stream for a guy that used to think he was some sort of Hebrew preacher. He found out he had like Jewish roots, and he's sitting there swearing on this video like they're all effing Jews, like the chosen people. And it's like, whoa, dude, chill out. But anyway, Doug and this other person and I were all on this live stream, like 5 years ago. And so this person and has seen me around, and she does know everybody. And so she knows what's up. That's all I'm saying. The only reason Doug was there is because Robin's hood was being run down into the ground, And Doug's mind and the rest of his little minions got together and started their shenanigans, and it hasn't stopped. If some of you saw the video that I shared yesterday of Robin's Hood, um, was his his stalkers. Um, God, like there's 1,600 videos of these clay figures that this person made of Robin's Hood, and I'm in a lot of them. But and I looked at a few of them back in the day, and I wouldn't have even known about them if Robin hadn't have showed me, and I don't know who showed him, but and I went and looked at some of them, and people have made songs about me and songs about Robin and different things because we are on the same wavelength and we know who is who and what they're doing. And they're trying to stop us from communicating. The people that have Christ in our heart, they don't want us talking. It's just like I do believe that that's one reason why the Bruce Seasall channel went down, because of the mind that the jealous mind I live around. I can't prove it, but if you have the same feeling, maybe it's true. I can't prove it. But what he forgot is that Bruce has other channels and friends that, yes, we're still communicating. And I was over on his French speaking channel. Couldn't do the live stream. He couldn't live stream on Friday on the Bruce Seasall channel, but his Quebec astronomy, Quebec, that sounds more Spanish, but it's something like that. Sorry, Bruce, I butchered that. But anyway, over on his French channel, we gathered, a lot of us found him over there and had a fun time on Saturday. But yeah, and I got my French lesson in, and I understand a little bit, but even what I don't understand, Bruce's face is very expressive. So it's just I was just listening and I was watching him. I was watching people type, and his hand motions and facial expressions. I'm sitting by myself and I'm just laughing. Excuse me, I bumped you. I'm just laughing at the live stream because it was fun. Just the look on his face and stuff sometimes. So, if some of you don't know, we're born on the same day and both born on the same day as Galileo, which is interesting since we are Aquarians that really love sky phenomenon. You know, I'm not as much into the UFOs as a lot of people because I know there's a lot of light manipulation and different things going on in the world and around people, and a lot of the stuff is intentional. So I'm not as big into that. And it's not that I don't believe in it, it's that I think that there's more of it that's staged than not, you know. So, but I do think some of it is real. How much of it, I'm not sure. What do any of us know for really sure? I mean, what can you prove? You know, you can prove logical things, you know, in life, basic biologies that are set, not just standards, but actual facts because they're immovable and inchangeable. You know, you just can't, you can call it a duck if it's a chicken, go ahead, but that still doesn't make it a duck if it's a chicken, you know. So I'm sticking with the logic in the world, you know. And there is going to be more push for the weirdos in the world. It's like this morning, turned on the weather, started doing some stuff around here. Come back in. Here's a Fruit Loop man dressed as a woman that has to work around children. They have something, some kind of wingding down in the cities for the children, and he's got to dress like a woman. See, I don't give a shit. Do what the you want, you weirdo. Get the hell away from the kids. That's all I'm saying. I don't care what they do. I don't have hatred in my heart. But I have to honestly admit, if I was down there and I walked in somewhere and I seen that, I would start talking chill. I wouldn't even address that thing. I would turn my back to it and address the children and say, look, I'm a woman. I'm a tall woman, yes, but see, like my cheekbones and even my neck is strong, but it's feminine. It's like my muscles, they're very, very strong, but they still have a feminine tone to them, and I look good in a dress. And I don't even have to have makeup on. But these people, why around the children? See, and I'll go back and I don't know. I should write it down so I can memorize it like everybody else. Although I read the Bible literally over 6 times and every word individually when I was a kid. And once you learn it, you know it. And I'm talking about the definitions. Each syllable, you break them down when you're dealing, depending on the language you're dealing with and what you're trying to find in the scripture, that would be. But once you learn it, you pretty much have it. So I have it in me, I live it. So what I'm trying to say is it's better to have a millstone tied around your neck and to be thrown into the sea than to lead a child down the wrong path. And I don't care who says what. We all know that that's the wrong path to be showing a baby. You fucking know it. Don't lie to me. Go lie to yourself. Go lie to everybody else. But if I saw that around the children, you wouldn't shut my mouth. They'd have to drag me out of there, and they better not put their hands on me. But I'd be talking to those kids to try and stop what is going on in the world with common sense. You know, try and do as peaceful as I can, like I am right now. And there's no hate involved with any group that I've just mentioned. The most alienated group on the whole planet is a woman, a grandmother, and the children. I'm not saying men aren't, because you're going extinct, babies. Oh, yeah, that's what they want. They want no men that are going to stand up and fight for the women and children. Can't you see it? And then they're going to make you starving, hungry, start a war, and draft everybody because the women are going to be just like the men. There will be no separation. That's what they're hoping for. A bunch of satanic pangenders out there fighting other pangenders in the world. And they'll all be the same color and the same satanic religion. So, and yes, that's her agendas. If you don't know about the Noahide laws and Talmudic teachings, I'm going to share it. I'll put a link in here. It was a couple days ago, and I've got it over in my community, but I'm going to go get it. It's a call for an uprising. Had a great presentation on what's being done to the kids and the Talmudic teachings that everybody needs to know. Please listen. It's about 40 minutes. Even 10 minutes in, you can skip into it, I think, but I would listen to the whole thing if I were you, and I'm going to get it. I think it's so important that everybody in the world needs to know this because this is what's going on. It's imperative. There's no other time to stop this with the oh, excuse me a minute, implementations of what they want to do to everybody coming up here. Um, it's imperative. Right now is the time that the parents of the world need to know what the plans are against the children so you can stop it, so you can protect your kids in every way possible. And that's the only thing that matters right now. You know, they're trying to distract everybody from everything. And then I'll touch on this. And did you hear what the president of Russia is saying now? If there's anything to do with that type of stuff around children? Yeah, well, I believe like he does. So maybe he's not such a bad guy after all, although they are all of the same ilk. They are all of the same cult. And it is one big game to get us to hate and pick sides. And like once again, I do not care. Keep the kids out of it. Then if you don't keep the kids out of it, you've all you already have my disrespect and hatred as a person. I wouldn't hang around with you. I wouldn't want anything to do with you because you're scum, you know. But I wouldn't wish any bad on you. I would wish that you would realize how you disturbed a child's peace with your bullshit. Because there is a mother and a father and the children, and this is the natural families, you know, and pretending that that isn't what and who we are made out of in this planet is just disgusting to me. Yeah, I'm going to leave it on that note before I say something I'll regret. And I almost already did dropping them F bombs, but yeah, sometimes bombs need to be dropped in the right places, you know. So maybe I can word this so this will be dropped in some right places too. So well, I thank you all for joining me. I think I'll be back tomorrow. Hopefully, I'll be back in the swing of things. But I just, like I said, had some really rough days the last few days, even more than I'll go into. But you might, if you look in my community, you can get a gist of what I've been watching and what's been on my mind. Anyway, I tried to share a few things every day, couple days, you know. So, all right, everybody, thank you for joining me. Peace and love from Pine City, Minnesota, USA. Have a good night or day wherever you're at.